what makes a good story? Well, in my own view as an amateur writer and analyst in storytelling, it's about setting an interesting world with an art design that will catch the viewer's interest, along with the most important aspects, having a good cast of characters that will develop over time, that the audience can relate to, and a problem that somehow affects our heroes. Now, what stories best show all these qualities and more are left to personal interpretation, and everyone has their personal favourites, especially in long-running franchises in any form of media. Role-playing video games was my personal favourite media I've always enjoyed, and even learned a lot about how to write an interesting tale from, while feeling inspired by those games I used to play back in my childhood. Though I think we can all agree that today's RPGs have been lacking a lot of good writings as of late. Even Final Fantasy, the most long-running series that could at least make simple tales interesting, have become so convoluted these days. The writers for those games have not been able to write a good story for a long while now. But does that mean good storytelling is dead? Not at all. Every so often there is another RPG that brings back the magic of telling a good yarn in the form of a single new game or new series. Now again, that's up to interpretation, considering that we have our own personal favourites when it comes to what game tells a good story, but if I was to recommend any RPG series, it would be the Tales of series. The Tales of franchise is the only game series I can think of where all their stories are the best told. Yes, I know everyone knows about Symphonia, greatest RPG on the GameCube ever made, but that's beside the point. As the Tales of series created by Namco started back in 1995 with Tales of Phantasia on the Super Nintendo, and from there on have continued to inspire and tell from good to fantastic stories even to this very day, with likeable characters that are relatable, with great motivations, and during their downtime moments are very funny that make them feel human, antagonists included, along with the interesting lore and the beautiful worlds they create and a great art direction from one game to the next, showing that not all companies of beloved RPG franchises can pull a Square Enix. The series is very highly loved in Japan, so much that tons of crossover games and other forms of media based on the franchise are made. But when it comes to places like Europe and the US, we'd be lucky if we even get a few of their games every so often. But the series still has its fan base outside of Japan, myself included. So imagine how excited I felt hearing that Tales of Xillia was finally going to come out this summer. I was ecstatic and cannot wait to get it to see what Namco would do next in the latest adventure. So, to celebrate this and to coincide with Team Yume's Summer of Anime, I have decided to look back on the anime based on this beloved franchise. I'm your host Devar, and fellow Bravers Productions, along with Team Yume, presents to you Tales of Summer Anime.